A witness says she was dangled from a 17-story balcony, a hotel guard claims a 6-figure hush money offer, and a stranger storms the courtroom shrieking, "You'll pay for your sins!" All in 72 hours. The Diddy trial just detonated. The prosecution is done playing chess. Day 14, Day 15, Day 16. 3 back-to-back sessions that turned a slow-burn case into a full-blown credibility crisis for hip-hop's one-time king. An ex-assistant nicknamed Mia finishes her tear-soaked testimony, while the defense tries and fails to shake her timeline. A hotel security guard says Diddy waved $101,000 cash to erase footage of a brutal assault. And a second witness claims she was literally held over a Miami balcony as a threat. Meanwhile, outside the courthouse, brand deals are collapsing, celebrity friends are ghosting, and prosecutors tease a 3 terabyte digital vault they call the nuclear button. Buckle up, because the next 8 minutes will walk you through every jaw-dropping moment from days 14, 15, and 16, and why insiders now think this case could torch half of Hollywood before July 4th. The morning of June 2nd opens in near silence. Mia, the former assistant testifying under a court-granted alias, clutches the microphone with both hands. She's already told jurors about late-night freak-offs, hidden cameras, and threats of violence if she ever talked. Now, it's the defense's turn. Diddy's lead attorney, Xavier Donaldson, fires rapid-fire questions. Dates, times, hotel floors, anything to expose a slip. But every answer lands steady. Suite 1203, Delano Hotel, February 2017. 2 witnesses present. Jurors jot notes. One visibly winces when Mia mentions being forced to take mystery pills before the party started. Donaldson finally snaps. "So you just remember everything perfectly?" She pauses, voice cracking. "You don't forget fear." The gallery exhales. Judge Subramanian leans forward, eyes the room, and warns there will be 0 vocal reactions from spectators, or they'll watch from the hallway. Prosecutors rest Mia's testimony with a single line. "No further questions, Your Honor. Her timeline speaks for itself." And it does. 2 hours of harrowing detail that prosecutors say anchor their entire pattern of abuse narrative. But the day isn't over. As the jury files out, Assistant U.S. Attorney Lara Mendelsohn whispers to reporters, "We're ahead of schedule." Translation: more witnesses sooner, and the defense just lost its chance to paint Mia as unreliable. Next up, Day 15 explodes when a random spectator storms the courtroom and a hotel guard claims Diddy tried to pay $100K for silence. June 3rd opens quietly, then detonates. A hotel security veteran named Eddie Garcia steps into the witness box. He handled surveillance at a 5-star property in Beverly Hills back in 2016. Under oath, Garcia claims Sean Combs summoned him to a private suite after an alleged late-night altercation with Cassie Ventura. He pulled out a thick envelope. "Looked like stacks of hundreds," Garcia testifies. "Told me, 100 grand, the footage disappears tonight." Prosecutors display a scanned cashier's check for $99,500, signed the following day by a Combs-controlled LLC. The defense snaps back. No video, no crime. But Garcia fires a retort that lands like a body blow. "You paid me, I just never cashed it." He hands the jury a photo of the check still perfectly crisp. Before the room can process that bombshell, pandemonium erupts. A woman in the back row leaps up shouting, "You'll pay for your sins, Sean." US Marshals drag her out as reporters scramble for ID. Judge Subramanian slams his gavel and threatens contempt for anyone who so much as mutters. The jury is ushered out. The gallery sits in stunned silence, cameras clicking in the hallway. When court resumes, the prosecution remains laser-focused. They submit bank statement excerpts tying Combs to multiple 6-figure cash withdrawals that same month, hinting this wasn't a one-time payout. Defense counsel objects, the judge overrules. The evidence goes in. By day's end, jurors have heard about hush money, seen an uncashed check, and watched a live meltdown, all before lunch. The tension is so thick, even court clerks avoid eye contact. And still, prosecutors promise something bigger. A witness who says Diddy's threats weren't just verbal. They were vertical. Day 16 brings balcony terror and digital forensics that could shift the entire trial. June 4th, Day 16, starts with a hush you can feel in your chest. Prosecutors call Brianna Bongolan, a former party promoter who met Diddy in Miami back in 2019. Her opening line freezes the courtroom. "He hung me off a 17-floor balcony by my wrists and said, 'One word to the cops and you fly.'" Gasps ripple through the gallery before the judge's glare silences everyone. Brianna details a Star Island after-party, loud music, phones confiscated, and a moment when she confronted Combs about an unconscious guest. Diddy's response, she says, was to drag her to the balcony edge, grip both wrists, and dangle her over the surf below. "I could hear waves," she whispers. "I thought I'd die." Defense hammers her timeline. No police report, no medical record. But prosecutors counterpunch with GPS data from Brianna's phone, placing her on Star Island that night, plus a shell company jet manifest showing Combs flew into Miami 6 hours earlier. By recess, 2 storylines dominate: a near-fatal balcony threat and a hard drive vault big enough to bury a career. Reporters tweet furiously, #balcony terror trends worldwide. Inside, Judge Subramanian tightens the gag order: no leaks, no comments or face contempt. Outside the courthouse, panic mode. Brand sponsors freeze deals, and industry insiders whisper, if even a fraction of those 3 terabytes go public, hip-hop's richest empire isn't the only thing falling. The trial is no longer about if a bombshell drops, only when. With balcony terror still echoing through the gallery, Day 16 shifts into a strategic knife fight. Day 17 of Sean Diddy Combs' federal sex trafficking and racketeering trial unfolded with heightened tension and pivotal testimonies. Brianna Barna Bongalan, a close friend of Cassie Ventura, faced rigorous cross-examination by defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland. The defense scrutinized Bongalan's allegations that Combs dangled her over a 17th floor balcony in 2016, suggesting inconsistencies in her timeline and questioning her credibility due to admitted drug use during that period. Bongalan acknowledged attending Combs' events shortly after the alleged incident, which the defense highlighted to challenge her claims of fear and trauma. An anonymous witness, referred to as Jane, took the stand, providing a harrowing account of her relationship with Combs from 2021 to 2024. She described being coerced into drug-fueled sexual encounters, known as freak-offs, and detailed instances of physical abuse and manipulation. Jane's testimony aims to bolster the prosecution's case by illustrating a pattern of alleged exploitation and control exerted by Combs over multiple women. Day 18 of Sean Diddy Combs' federal trial brought powerful testimony from a key witness identified as Jane. Her emotional account centered on what she described as hotel nights or freak-offs, highly orchestrated, drug-fueled encounters involving male escorts that were allegedly directed and observed by Combs. According to Jane, these sessions were not isolated incidents, often lasting over 24 hours and taking a heavy emotional and physical toll on her. Jane testified that the encounters began consensually but escalated into something much darker. When she tried to stop or slow down, Combs reportedly pressured her to finish strong. She frequently broke down on the stand, revealing that she turned to drugs to numb the trauma and described feelings of isolation and sadness. A critical part of Jane's testimony was her financial dependency on Combs. She claimed to use money and control over her housing to manipulate her into continued compliance, adding to the prosecution's argument that Combs exploited his power to abuse women. Jane's story echoed earlier testimonies, most notably from Cassie Ventura, suggesting a broader pattern of behavior. The prosecution is using these parallels to build a case that Combs systematically used his wealth and influence to exploit and silence victims. The defense, however, maintains that all interactions were consensual and accuses the witnesses of seeking financial gain. They continue to challenge inconsistencies in the accounts. As the trial moves forward, Jane's detailed and emotional testimony stands as a key moment, adding serious weight to the prosecution's narrative. The courtroom now braces for what could be even more damning evidence, as prosecutors hint at further witness revelations and possible digital proof still to come.